Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to some. Welcome to this year's spiritual workout, fifth annual resolutions,
Start over.
SHMEZOLUTIONS, online intention setting party extravaganza. I have to say that right. Yes, it's our fifth annual resolutions, SHMEZOLUTIONS, online intention setting party extravaganza. I almost had a hiccup there. My name is Delilah De La Rosa. I am co-host and producer of Spiritual Workout Online. And to my side here is Stephen Morrison. He is the creator of Spiritual Workout, the least judgmental person that I know, the least fearful person that I know, probably the most fearless person that I know, if you guys are following. And yes, the creator of Spiritual Workout, he is the person who'll be guiding us along here as we turn your New Year's resolutions into shiny, clear intentions, spiritual workout style. How's everyone doing? How are you, Stephen?
I'm totally jazzed. It's SHMEZOLUTIONS Day. I'm hearing an echo. Am I the only one hearing that?
I am not.
It'll be a fun couple hours. All right. But yeah, it's SHMEZOLUTION Day. Last year at this time, Delilah was producing and co-hosting, but she really didn't know what was going to happen. And it was also the first time that I did it online. But it went pretty much exactly as I thought it was going to go, intended. So it's really exciting to be back. It's exciting to say SHMEZOLUTIONS and to hear you guys say SHMEZOLUTIONS. For some, it's easier than others. I want to be, let's see. I'm going to just click on this thing and see who's here because I want to say hi to everybody, to Alessandra and JJ and Doris and Delilah and Jeff. I don't think I know Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Caitlin and Ethel. Wait, Ethel might be Delilah's cousin who I've heard about.
Yes.
Gina, Nick, Dwight. I don't think Dwight has been in our online world, but he's a spiritual workout guy. And Carla, who I've now known for about 3 years. She's hung out here before. And Christina, who's a spiritual workout veteran. And Aaron and me and Kathy also was here last year's SHMEZOLUTIONS. Maybe some other people will join us. It's really great to welcome all of you here, especially if it's your first time. If you have any questions at all about what we're doing and you want to ask them now, please use the chat. The chat's available to use all through the night. I don't always catch everything in there. Sometimes I do. Depends. Delilah's usually good at catching all of it, scooping it up, and we'll get to you. Delilah will take us through how it works.
Yeah.
And again, I just want to really welcome everybody, and I invite you to just chill, relax, sit back, enjoy yourself. If it's a new thing for you, you'll see what we're doing. If you've been here before, then you know what you're getting yourselves into. And I'm just excited to go.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're going to stick around. I know usually I toggle you off here when I go through these instructions, but I'm going to have you stick around this time because I want to see your lovely face. Okay.
So I'm very hyper conscious of my very unprofessional reflections. I try to get an angle.
I didn't even think about that until you just said it. So no, but thank you, Stephen, one, for just even creating Spiritual Workout, and two, for just putting something on like this, because I know this is something a lot of folks, maybe you're not necessarily doing resolutions, but you have an annual ritual that you do where you set up your your New Year goals, resolutions, maybe just some regular schmegular intentions. They're not spiritual workout style intentions, but just there are lots of folks. I know lots of folks, from folks in the spirituality, personal growth world, or just regular folks out there that always do these sort of annual rituals to prime themselves for the new year. So this is very much, as I can attest from last year's event, very much a supercharged experience for that. So thank you, Stephen. All right, so this is how it's all going to go. The way that we work this is you submit your resolution or goal that you'd like to turn into a shiny, clear intention, or maybe you're not exactly sure what that is to articulate that, but you know there is something there brewing that you'd like to work get clear on. Then you can submit that request to come on screen to say, hey, I'd like to come up. Right there in Ask a Question, it's right here below the screen. If you're using the Crowdcast iOS app, it will show up as a question mark underneath the chat area. From there, we'll send you an invite to come on screen and connect with Stephen for the guidance and setting the intentions for what you want to be, do, or have in 2021 and beyond. A couple of things to note for the best tech connection. If you're using an iOS device, such as an iPhone or an iPad, it's always best to use the Crowdcast iOS app. You will be able to use Safari as your browser. However, we've noticed some glitches in the past, so the safest bet, the smoothest connection is always, if you're using the iPhone or an iPad, to use the Crowdcast iOS app. I have the link to the download right there in the chat. Also, if you are not using the iPhone or iPad and you're using Chrome as your browser, just make sure it's up to date. I have also the link right there in the chat. Just make sure it's up to date, because sometimes like the video doesn't come on and you don't get the full interactive experience. Also make sure that that if you are using Chrome as your browser, that you make sure firewalls, pop-up blockers are off. And lastly, in terms of tech, since we are splitting the screen here as you come up and turn those resolutions into shiny, clear intentions, we sometimes get some weird audio feedback, some weird echoes. Sometimes you can't hear us, we can't hear you. Usually headphones, earphones tend to remedy those issues once you plug them in. So if you have headphones or earphones, please grab them, have them on standby. You should be good to go. Lastly, all spiritual workout live online interactive broadcasts are recorded and available to those who have registered to this event almost immediately after it ends. So you don't have to just be like, oh my God, one and then done, and then you don't know what what the intention is, or like that clear intention. No, you have the recording available to you almost immediately after it ends. And if you want to take a look at it at a later time at your convenience, you can do so using the same link used to join this event. And you can go right into Ask a Question and go right to where your resolution, your goal was turned into an intention, and go right there and you're good to go. You don't have to estimate where it was in this broadcast. So we invite everyone to come on screen, take advantage of this truly interactive once a year experience. Cheers to everyone. I have my libation here. I got Jamaica and Mexico in this cup.
I'm going to wait for my first one.
Huh?
I'm going to wait for our first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I just have it on the side right here.
You know what? I'm going to refresh because I'm hearing so much weirdness. So can you hold one moment?
Okay. Sure.
Thank you, Dwight.
Okay. So let's see. Who do we have here? Gina. Gina, you're talking about the tiara. Gina, I will send you that intention setting worksheet via email, if that's okay. What Gina's talking about, folks, is we hold an intention setting clinic every week here, every Wednesday, here at Spiritual Workout Online. We use the same kind of format like Crowdcast. We just focus solely on intention setting and all matters related to intention setting. And that happens every week, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Intention setting is a huge, significant part of the spiritual workout practice. And so what Gina's talking about there is this worksheet that we use in order to set these intentions and embody them and clarify all that great stuff. So that's what Gina's talking about. And I will send that to you, Gina, via email.
Fantastic. I just noticed a couple. Danielle, welcome. Hello. Dwight, welcome. Hello. let's just rock and roll here. Some of you guys already got some in here. We'll start with Aaron. Christina's ready to go. Nick's ready to go. And just if you guys are new, just in case, you will not show up here on screen unless you want to. There's no accidental.
I send you an invite and then you have to accept or not. So it's not like, oh, it's
just let us know if you want to go and ask a question. If you use the chat, you don't have to put your pants on, as Aaron is reminding us.
Yes, exactly.
And one more thing. If we're going and you want to come on and you're running out of time, just let us know that and we'll get to you. We're just going to go until everybody's done.
Yeah.
So let's rock and roll, shall we?
Yes, let's do it. Okay. Aaron, first up. Let's go, Aaron.
JJ, BRB?
Be right back.
Oh.
Be right back, too. Wow.
I know, I'm so out of the loop.
Yes,
Aaron.
Another dimension.
Hello again.
Well, I'm not trying to do more things online. All right, Aaron, welcome to your very first resolutions.
My very first.
Resolutions.
I have my libation root beer.
Excellent. What are we talking about, thinking about resolution-wise for next year? Let's see if we can
just
offer some assistance.
Want to get more forward momentum in my quest to eat healthier, work out, just change bad habits, get my house in order. Like I just had like a mini breakdown earlier today because like my kitchen's still under construction and like I just want it to get done. I feel like I can't move on. I feel like I can't do my yoga, my workout, because I'm always like following around all the construction and cleaning up because my house is so small. And he's here every day, which I like him, but my life is on hold right now. So I just am starting to get really anxious to get back to my, my
So when that's all done and you're clear and free to live your life the way you want to live it, so what is it that you're wanting things to look like? What are you wanting to be, do, or have?
I want to be on a schedule, I feel like, more of a schedule. Like getting to bed at a certain time, getting up at a certain time, having healthy routines that I'm like excited to follow.
And why is that?
What's that?
Why do you want some of these things?
Sometimes I just feel like it's chaos. Like I have these, I want to do stuff, but I feel like I can't get into the inspired place to do my intention setting or do some pottery until I deal with decluttering this stuff or deal with that thing, that other practical life thing. So it's sort of like I don't know if like turnkey would be the good way of saying it. Like, are you still there? I lost your picture, Stephen. Okay. Like turnkey in a way, like my house is in order to the point where I have little things I do to maintain it, and I don't let it get to a point where like I feel like now I have to take a week sort of getting things back together, and I fall off track from where I was like doing yoga every day and like focusing on my good eating. Like I just feel like I fall off track so easily. I feel like a good routine that encompassed sort of everything would help me stay on track.
Okay, so when you're on track, and for anybody who's paying attention at home, I'm just making notes down here. So as and when you find yourself on track as you're thinking about it and what that means to you, let's say you've been on track for a month or 3 months. What is it that you are expecting that to be like? So you wake up and it's been 3 months that you've been on track. So tell me what's so good about being on track? What it's like to be on track, or what you're doing while you're on track?
It feels like my actual focus is on the things that I know that are bringing me joy, and that will improve my life, my emotional state, my physical health, as opposed to tending to the other like annoying tasks.
Emotional state and physical health. Tell me more about that.
Physical health, staying stretchy, keeping my joints lubricated as I get older with yoga, and doing my Peloton makes, gets good endorphins and keeps,
So, and what's good about all of that? Why is your life different or better on a daily, weekly basis?
I think I just feel better about myself, like self-esteem.
Okay, now you're talking. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel, my self-esteem would be better. I'd feel better. I feel like I before I started this whole project, I was really starting, and I feel like I'm still seeing some more progress with like caring less what people think. So a lot of like, I still am seeing forward progress in changing my energy and stuff, but I want to keep going because I feel like there's also some little backtracking moments that.
So there's some momentum to my life. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, momentum's a good word.
I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling grounded and centered.
In control, for sure.
In control of what specifically?
In control of my energy, my reactions to things, how I deal with life.
Okay, so I'm more in control of myself and my everyday life. I wake up and I have a really nice routine, a really nice balance of work and home and exercise and health, and it's all on track. Does that start to sound like what you want?
Yeah, absolutely.
It does. Tell me how it feels if I'm just as I say.
Other than like being in control, it's like calmness and there's like this desire for like being orderly that like I need.
So yeah, so I
don't know if anyone's into I don't know if anyone's into astrology, but like my North Node is Virgo, which I kind of am annoyed with that. And you're supposed to like try and sort of, what I've heard, like try and be more like your North Node, like that is sort of this life's goals. Like you've mastered your sun sign already, you need to move this way. And Virgos are very like organized and orderly and like in control of things, as far as I know. So I'm like, I wonder if that's sort of what drives me to like why I have this desire to like get everything. Like I feel like that would bring me peace, as if everything was in fucking order and I didn't have to worry about, annoying cluttering up my physical space and then my mind.
Right. So the word control, I just want to stop for a second because we need to be very clear that we control, as spiritual beings having human experiences, our responses to things that occur in life. We control what we want to be, what we want to do, what we want to have. We control what we think. We control what we feel. That's everything about what we're doing here. We don't control events and circumstances, right? So I just want to be clear that when you're talking about control, that it's really all those things that we know we can control.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh, yeah.
So we started talking about yoga, talking about eating well, talking about being focused on joy. So obviously there are a number of intentions in here, but it sounds to me, and you tell me if we're on the right track or not, that being on the right track is really about it. That feeling better about yourself, better about your life, feeling like you have some sense of control over yourself, whatever's going on. Your self-esteem is good, you're eating well, you're feeling good, your work-life balance, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So I think,
all that stuff, yeah.
does it yeah, does it feel to you like we got it? I mean, if you were in an intentions clinic, we might pick some of these out and get more detailed about some of them.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing that I want to point out here and to everybody is, we start, and this will happen again and again, with, I want to do yoga more. I have a resolution to do more yoga or to eat better. And there's nothing wrong with any of that, but you saw what we did here. It's just like, well, why do you want that? Why do you want that?
Right.
Oh, and then that all fits into something that is
Having
just different. That's beyond
the control over my
things.
life. The routine makes me feel good. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. Right.
And I was thinking about what you guys said this morning is like, well, I stay up late because that feels good to me. So I'm trying to just do what feels good to me. But then you said what feels good in the moment might not feel good in the long run. So I think that will help me. Yeah.
It definitely will. So remember, when we align with our intentions, then we take inspired action. So the more that you're aligned with this intention to be on track, to really take control of your life and have a routine that serves you, that you appreciate, that you really like, then the choices and the decisions that you make minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, more and more will align with that intention. And the next time you're tempted to do something that is way off of it, you'll probably be less likely to do it because you already know you want to stay here and that's going to take you out. And sometimes you'll just do it anyway. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is, we kind of fumble along. But again, the more you stay here, the more those decisions about the yoga and the eating well and all those things will naturally occur. And that's what I love about this process, is because we focus on, oftentimes, like in this situation, the intention of the intention.
Right.
And then again, we're always talking about clarifying, staying aligned, and listening to inspiration for what to do.
Yeah.
Does that kind of do it for you?
I think so. Now I need to get to it, making an intention.
Just in case anybody cares.
Oh, what kind is that?
I'm doing cider tonight.
The grape apple.
I'm doing it because...
The grape apple of that is really good.
What's that, Aaron?
The grape apple of that sparkling cider is super tasty too.
Oh, is it? I'll try that next time. But at least this looks like champagne, right? All right, here's to Aaron. Routine, being on track.
Happy New Year.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
My SHMEZOLUTION is in the works now.
I feel good about myself and my life.
And we've got our first SHMEZOLUTION under our belts.
Yay.
Hey, thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Thanks, Aaron. Happy New Year.
Do you guys know this trick of putting a spoon in keeps the fizz?
No.
Try it. Try it sometime.
You learned something. I learned something, and you learned something too, Stephen. Be right back.
BRB.
If I would have thought about it, and that boomer, I am sure was not addressed at me.
What was that thing you just said, Delilah? I'm excited about my life.
I'm excited about myself and my life, I think.
Okay, I like that.
You know what? We can go back to the recording.
To the what?
To that again.
Oh, that's right. I've never done that.
Yeah, because that way you don't have to be like, wait, one and done. No, you can go back.
Yeah. What did we talk about? I forget everything.
Go back to those and you'll have it right there.
Cool. Thank you.
I have to step off for 1 second. I have to get my eraser.
Oh, okay. Why are you doing this stuff? All right. So, Christina, you are up next. I'm sending you an invite.
Who's next?
Christina.
Christina.
Folks,
I was also
in your intentions, or excuse me, your resolutions, goals, regular schmegular intentions, because they're not spiritual workout intentions. You can start submitting that and ask a question right here below the screen. If you're using the Crowdcast iOS app, it will show up as a question mark underneath the chat area. And we'll just have you in queue, and we'll just go one by one down the queue.
All right.
Hi.
Thanks again, Erin. Welcome, Christina. Okay, so Cindy was reminding me that I was gonna say something about the full moon.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything in particular to say, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm already putting you on the spot. Do you have like a sentence or two that we can think about? Please, thank you.
It's never putting me on the spot to talk
good.
about what I love, because you have helped me live a life where it's okay to just do what I love. So
well, there you go.
I thought about this a lot today after you mentioned it earlier, and I was like, well, what I would say is, how does it feel to you? Because I'm never going to give anyone a black and white, meaning of like full moons mean this and new moons mean this, but ultimately I've found that they can either really illuminate in a way that's like, wow, let's do a gratitude list and say what's manifesting. And sometimes they can illuminate in a way that's like, well, that sucks. I'm really seeing what's wrong. But I read a reading today on today's full moon in Cancer, and the theme was just like, let it go, let it go, let it go.
Right.
Let go of the year. Where are you going? What do you want? And there's just the letting it go aspect felt so good. Let it go, and then refocus on what do you want. Yeah.
Well, oh look, we're in total alignment with the moon tonight.
Whenever it happens a lot when spiritual workouts, like our Monday night class, will align with a full moon or a new moon, and I'm just like, great, works for me.
Works for me too, and it's in Cancer, and we're both Cancers. I happen to know.
Yes. Yes, my friend told me that she took 2 baths and a shower today, and I was like, that sounds like a full moon in a water sign. And she read a whole book of poetry. So
Right. It's funny, when I'm in the mountains, I tend to be much more tuned into all that. You see the moon, if I'm in the city, I'm like, what? The moon? Energies? What are you talking about? Anyway. All right. Well, thank you for that.
I can watch the moon rise over the mountains from my balcony right now because I manifested this apartment. It's vital for me. When I lived in Philadelphia, I couldn't see the moon rise or the sunset, and I was like, where am I?
All right. So should I read what you wrote here, or what'd you write?
Yeah, sure.
I'm ready to go.
I'm good.
All right. I'll shut up. Lay it on me.
So what felt inspired to do was to show you this card. I don't think I've ever showed you this. You can't read it. I'll read it to you. But in general, like this side, 2019, lots of words. 2020, little, much less. This year, even less. I think what I feel happening is that by actually showing up and cultivating what I want and digging into the limiting beliefs that are blocking it, I'm really getting more and more specific and broad at the same time. Like I had to get really specific. I had to dive into specific things that I want to see where I don't even believe that that's possible. And now I'm just like stepping back and getting broad and going, I do what I want when I want. That's it, which has been big for me for a while. But I watched my recording of last year's resolutions, which is awesome to have that to go back to and like track the growth and track the themes. So you guys started this online at like the end of 2018-ish, right? So like 2019, I remember a lot of people being like, this year sucks. And I remember like, a lot of hard stuff happened. But since we had this online 3 times a week, like I am living the best life of my life now, no matter what. So I wrote this in 2018, and it was like really, really detailed. It says, this is for the year 2019. Follow my flow 100%. Like I was just learning that I have like an inner rhythm and I have an inner wisdom. So, all right, I'm going to bravely follow it. And making malas, as the path or the source, I don't know, full time. And 2019 was the year that I got up the guts to go full time on my passion. I said something about attracting $3,000 a month, which back then I was just really specific and really limiting, but whatever, that's what I needed then. I am traveling externally and internally, like, and then I listed out like yoga, goddess, moon retreats, the mountains, beautiful nature and cultures. And then I said that my student loans and debt have a zero balance, this or something better. And that was my intention for 2019. So after a full year of spiritual workout and like working it, my intention for 2020 was only 2 sentences. It said, I make what I love. I trust my financial intention.
I love it. And Christina is describing a very key component of setting intentions, which is that sometimes it makes sense to be very general. Like we were just talking with Erin, and she has a lot of different components, but we found sort of an overarching umbrella into which all that fits. And then sometimes all we do is focus on the umbrella, and we don't have to worry about too many of the details. And then the day comes where, for whatever reason, there's something that we want to focus on more intently. And so we get specific. So general intentions can become specific. Specific ones can become more general. And Christina's also demonstrating that the more you do this, the easier it gets, and there's less to have to effort, it sounds like you're saying.
There's definitely like just a natural nonlinear flow of like sometimes I need to be more specific and other times I definitely need to be general. But then I feel like for me right now, the generalness is coming out of less out of like, I can't go specific on that topic because I'm really not aligned with it. It's coming out of more like, this is all I need. Like So I watched last year's recording and I was talking about how I shut down my business in the month of December, but that I was like dreading reopening it because then all these orders are going to come in. And what if I don't want to make them then? And then on the day that I do want to make a bunch of malas, there's no orders, and just kind of not feeling like in control of my own life and feeling like weird to be like, oh, I got all these orders. Like what I do is so highly intentional that I never want to do it as and just still that stickiness between like my life passion, what I do intention, and the financial intention being separate and trusting that. And so watching that last year, I feel like I have the same questions and I have the same feelings now, but I have a little more clarity on it. And I think like you and I have been getting closer to it recently in spiritual workouts around why does this concept keep coming up of like, I only do what I want when I want, which I love, but what is it about what I'm doing that I don't want to do? Why do I get an order, get excited, and then kind of not get excited? Like making me look closer at truly what part of what I'm doing do I not like, and don't do it, even if you don't think that that's how you should run a business. Like, that's not responsible. You can't just not do that. You can't just, that voice still in my head of like, you can't just sell one mala design. You have to have a bunch of mala designs for a bunch of different people. Yeah, I think I just want to do one. I think I just want to be a person who makes a one mala. And how much I fought that. And so like, I'm feeling even clearer on it this year. I feel like I'm like last year 2.0, like I really do what I want when I want. I'm really stopping, and it's like that little bit of fear that comes in around like, but will this make me money? Or, but is this okay to do in a business? Just that voice, I completely stopped everything I'm doing to really go, listen, you can't keep making decisions. I'm not going to move forward. I'm not going to make a single move until you be quiet, so that I know that everything I do is 100% authentic and heart-centered. That's where I find myself now.
I have nothing to add to that.
That's my recap, essentially, over the past 2 years.
Well, you've been in it, in the thick, doing the work, as we say. And look, you don't have to. You've had a strong desire to make your life be what you want it to be. And today it's way more that than it was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
Well, and I wouldn't be here right now asking myself these questions if I didn't start on the path and ask a question and change it and ask a question and change it. So I just feel like this is like the next iteration of the path. So yeah. So the intention would be really just taking that, I make what I love, I trust my financial intention, taking that down to my life is fun, clear, and easy, and I do what I want when I want. Truly,
Mm-hmm.
I really do. None of the residue left in there is, but I have to make money, but I have to survive. And I just feel like that's like ninja level, trying to figure out, like, are you joking?
From,
do you not need groceries?
Yeah, no,
really? How are you going to work that out?
Yeah.
But like what I'm feeling is that when I connect to the people who are the most authentic, I connect to them because they're authentic and I'm meant to connect to them. And there's this thing in me that thinks when that survival mode kicks in, it thinks I need to be everything to everyone.
Right.
And that's like the residue of that.
Well, and I think another piece of what you're talking about is true for all of us, that the more aligned we are, the more we invest our precious time and energy in what we want, the less tolerant we become of anything that isn't that. The way you're speaking, and I know you hear me say this sentence a lot, is to me evidence of somebody who's been at this for a while. Because you don't get to that place on day one of what's an intention, which is you just don't. And that's why we're here, because it doesn't happen on a dime. It doesn't happen because you read a book and it's done. It doesn't happen because you go to a therapy session and you're done. Mm-hmm. You know, it happens because you practice and you practice and you practice.
And I'm so like, here I am in the middle of it, like still needing to practice because, okay, I've been practicing and I'm getting bolder and braver and newer ideas and I'm listening to inspiration more and more. And the residue in there of like, you can't do that is like, nothing feels worse than being so sure about what you won't deal with anymore and not having any idea how to do that. Like, I know that I will not go sit somewhere in a cubicle for 40 hours of my life every week. I know I can't do that. I can't anymore. And then the fear is like, that's cool. How do you plan on surviving in the world? And it's like, I don't know.
Because you have an intention that you're cultivating that covers that, or you have more than one that covers that. I just want to pick up on a little detail, since we're not hammering you on changing the language of your one sentence thing. But when you say, I trust my financial intention, were you also saying that when you talk about doing what you want when you want, that's tied to the financial intention?
Yeah, like
I thought so.
Feel like, yeah, because it's like I don't want to do that, and I don't want to do it that way, but I have to because that's how you run a business. Right. And that the sole purpose of me running a business is to be able to do what I love in the world and simultaneously make money to survive. And I'm hitting this point now where I'm like, everything that I've been doing for the past, like, ever since I graduated from college has been like, I'm going to do it the way I want. I know I have to belong in this world. I know I have to do these things I don't want to do, but I'm going to do them the way I want. And I think I've hit a breaking point where I'm like, I don't have to do them the way I don't want anymore at all. So a big part of that is I mean, because it's like, well, I'll do what you want. I'll get a job, or I'll start my own business. I'll participate, but I'll do it in a way that feels good for me, and I'll do it with a product that I believe in. I'll work for a company but I believe in, because that's how you get money and that's how you survive. And I think I've just hit a snapping point where I'm like, I won't even do it that way. I don't know. I just have to believe in my financial intentions so much, because that's the one thing keeping me from fully doing what I want when I want.
So you changed your beliefs from when you used to do that other kind of work to today.
Working on it.
I mean, that's part and parcel of setting intentions. So the only fine tuning, ultra fine tuning that I would even offer, and I don't know how you're saying it in your mind, but I would encourage you to say I can do what I want to do when I want to do it, versus I trust my financial intention. Just languagey. Does one feel?
So do the first one, or you're asking
how
me?
do they feel compared to each other?
They're a little intertwined. So I do what I want when I want is like my audacious battle cry. That's my battle cry. That's like, there's no other way I can think about living. But in order to do that, I feel like I need to trust my financial intention.
Okay, beautiful. It only matters. This is true for everybody. You know, we can talk and banter, offer ideas. All that matters is how any of this language sits in any of us individually, right? So that's what we do. We try to fine tune. We don't try. We fine tune the language to get it to where it feels, that feels right. And as Christina has demonstrated, those things will change. Those words will change. Those ideas will change. Or they could.
Yeah, because there's like the societal part of me that's like, well, you need to do linear things in exchange for money. Then there's another part that I've been really kicking ass on, which is like the worth part. Like, even if I trust my financial intention, if I don't have worth, that I can have a desire to be here on this planet, in this body, and live the way I want and survive and thrive even, I have to believe that I'm worthy of that.
Yes.
That's been a huge component of it.
Yes, for sure.
That I've gotten a lot of traction on lately. Like, just kind of out of like throwing my hands up and being like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Shall we toast to fewer words?
Yeah. Wait, before we toast, I have one more celebration.
Please.
In terms of trusting my financial intention. So in 2019, I said that my student loans and my debt are at a zero balance. You and I have worked on that we actually took that out. Like, it used to say I have no debt.
I was going to say it.
That's old. Because now it doesn't even talk about debt in my financial intention. It just talks about what it feels like to spend money in the present moment, to be in the flow of energy. Right. So it went from that. We really embraced changing it to, man, what does life even look like? And tomorrow, Nick and I are paying off one of my credit cards that has a student loan and business expenses on it, that it's almost $10,000, and we're paying it off.
That's right.
Okay, now we cheers.
You can't stop me now.
Cheers.
It's so great to celebrate with you. So it's working. No matter how much each day I'm like, are you sure? It's working.
I love fabulous. That. That's
Thank
wonderful.
You so much.
Thanks, guys.
Less words, and you're paying off big specific amounts.
Less words, more dollars.
There you go.
Exactly.
Less work and words, more dollars. More
we already have less work, more money. So
more ease.
The less I work, the more money I make. That's been the best one.
I make a living myself, capital S. What?
Oh, okay. I love that. Writing that down.
I'm getting like all the tingles. It's like ASMR, this like intentional language. Thank you, Christine.
I'm writing that down. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Oh, wait, I thought you had a special new glass. A SHMEZOLUTIONS glass.
I just booted her off.
It's all right. Send us a picture.
All right, Nick, you are up next, and then JJ, and then
okay. So in between, does anybody have any comments or questions about the conversation that Christina and I were just having?
Oh yeah, JJ was like, yes, boom, like with a bunch of different things that were going on with, yeah.
All right. And seriously, you guys, if you have questions about what we're talking about, the process, if we've lost you at all, just let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. I'm keeping an eye out there. Even ask a question, just let us know. We got you.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Mr. Nick.
Stephen, can you hear me?
I do.
Perfect. All right, because we have this going through our TV in our living room. So we can watch it, and I set up a webcam and stuff. So here's Christina coming out of her room. Oh, and here's her glass. It's right here.
There we go.
It's yellow.
Christina did mention in Spiritual Workout that she had a brand new SHMEZOLUTIONS glass. So there's another item for our retail department. SHMEZOLUTION glasses.
And tiaras. You know, there you go.
And tiaras, yeah. All right, we got to get that retail department running. Okay. Nick, shall I read what you wrote here, or what do we got?
Sure. I don't remember what I wrote. But
integration help.
Yes. So I'll give some background, and then we can get into it. So I've been in Spiritual Workout for a while, and the last couple of weeks, I've been really focused on redoing some intentions, bringing new language into intentions. You know, yesterday we talked about, no, it was on Monday, we talked about going through the cultivation process and when things come up and how to work through that. So there's all of these things that are working well right now, or things are progressing very well. Now, the last 2 weeks, you know, I've been off of work. So I've had unlimited time, essentially, to dedicate to cultivation, to dedicate to tapping, to dedicate to my morning practice, all of these things. Now, in a few days, that's going to change, because then I'll be going back to work where, you know, I'm set schedule, whatnot. So my question is, or conversation I'd like to have is on these things that I've been working over in the last couple of weeks. The things that I've been working on in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, cultivating.
Cultivating.
You've been here too long to let you get away with that.
I know, it's been a few times. Sorry. Cultivating. So I'm trying to, you know, get creative with ways that I can take everything I've been doing in this last couple of weeks, where I've had pretty much unlimited time, to take that and then integrate it into, you know, a standard work week, where in the mornings I still have time for my practice. Throughout the day, I'll still be connecting to Spiritual Workout, but, you know, there's a fear coming up, or a worry. It's not a full-on fear yet, because I still have
it's simmering.
Yeah, you know, it started from an idea to now it's starting to get a little bit bigger, to make sure that this whole practice that's been developed, and to make sure that as I'm integrating back into like my regular work life, that all of this comes along with and doesn't fall off. So, you know, it's essentially, I mean, maybe it in and of itself, it's an intention for integration. I don't know. So that's what I wanted to talk about, because I want to make
you don't want to lose your momentum.
Exactly.
You want to be able to keep it going. You've got some potentially brewing concern about whether that's going to happen. I'm going to assume that that leads to some sort of fear that it's all just going to disappear and the wheels are going to fall off.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So as you were talking, I had an idea, a way to think about this or intend to create, which is, let me just puke it out, that there are lots of ways for me to cultivate all of the intentions I have. When I have a lot of time, it's fantastic because I can really hone in great detail and get very granular when I need and want to. And then there are times where work happens, a lot of my time goes elsewhere, and that I'm learning more and more every day that there are lots of ways to maintain the momentum and the energy of all of my intentions, whether I'm at work or on vacation. Does that sound like what you're wanting it to actually be?
Yes.
And I really mean that practically. So we are cultivating intentions. There are a whole bunch of things that we want to be, do, or have. And we all know that we have varying amounts of time. I'm sure everybody here can relate to that, to devote to this. And yet if we don't devote any time, we're really not helping ourselves. So believing and knowing and trusting that there are lots of ways to do it, I think will be really helpful, like we were just saying. So the intention can just include that idea. You know, I'm learning more and more ways to cultivate. I'm learning that I can be at work and my intentions are still going. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's just because I'm thinking about them during the day. I'm practicing a sentence from one of them and saying it a bunch of times to myself while I'm muted in a meeting where I don't have to give my full attention, perhaps, right? I'm making things up, or driving, or in the shower, or taking a walk, right? So it's really true and important for all of us to know, I think, that it's fantastic to have a regular practice. I personally have had lots of times where I've been able to do kind of, Nick, what you're talking about, you know, very committed, dedicated, copious amounts of time. And then I've had times where did all that go? What am I going to do? But it's, again, remember, this whole conversation, a SHMEZOLUTION, is just about cultivating something we want to be, do, or have. And we do that by how we think. We do that by how we talk. We do that by how we act. And we do it by how we feel. We're thinking and feeling something all day, every day. So there's always opportunity to just pick something out when you've got a 15-minute break in the course of your day and do it there. But knowing and intending the overarching idea, and again, you'll play with the language, that something like, there are so many ways for me to continue cultivating my intentions regardless of what I'm doing.
Sure.
That sounds to me like sort of the basic idea. I'm repeating myself, aren't I?
I mean, it sounds easier than I was expecting.
Well, is this the first time that's happened?
No, which is, I mean, it's always nice for that to happen because it makes things seem attainable. It's, you know, as you were talking, some of the things that I was thinking about was that, I think that, I don't know, I've got to put some more thought into this, but, you know, it is, or used to be, maybe it'll probably change now, that when I go to work, it's like, okay, put on the work face, here I go. And it's kind of like a delineation between work, you know, outside of work. Mm-hmm. And what I feel like I'm hearing is, and what I actually have been trying to practice in the way that I show up for work, is making sure that, you know, I'm just the same across everything, work, social life, family life, whatever it is. And then if I am embodying that and really cultivating that, then my practice would kind of just organically come into that, where I'm like, okay, I've got a few minutes of my day. Instead, am I going to run and go do this minuscule task that I don't really need to do? Or, it kind of goes to choices abound, where it's like, okay, I've got 15 minutes. What's going to be the best serving thing for me in these 15 minutes? Is it going to be to go to do an email that I could maybe do later? Is it going to be to sit with an intention and then kind of prioritizing on the fly what makes the most sense and feels the most valuable in that moment?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Well, and you brought the word integration into this conversation. That's what we started with. And that's exactly what we're talking about. And yet again, evidence of somebody who's sort of been at this for a while, where it's like, all right, I'm getting the hang of this. I got some things going. I just want to keep it going. So what we're helping Nick do right now on the spot is not have a belief that I can't do this if I'm at work. So we're changing that by saying something like, I'm learning all kinds of new ways to make sure that my intentions are running. Let's also just take this to a somewhat different level. So that idea that my intentions are in motion. I don't have to be with a worksheet studying it all day, every day, especially if I'm far enough into the process where I have a robust worksheet, right?
Yeah.
That we can also engage our non-physical allies, our higher self, our guardian angels, whatever words we have for this, our non-physical team, and simply ask them. They can't do anything until we ask them to do it. Then they'll do whatever we want, I think. So just ask them. Set an intention that my intentions are always running. I know that they're always running. I know that if I have to go into a work thing, that my intentions are still running. My team has it going. My higher self knows exactly where I'm going. And all I have to do is stay aligned with that idea. Which is way, way different than, oh God, I got to work and now all my intentions are going to die.
Because what you just said is kind of where I was originally walking into this with. It's like, and here goes my time, so now I can't do this. But now in talking through this, hey, my support, my, being more mindful of time, seeing what opportunities kind of just present themselves that are new and different from what currently has been, to create more space or to create opportunities to be cultivating, not working on, cultivating everything as much as possible. So
yeah, it's an all day, every day activity.
Yeah,
and it requires. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, the thought about bringing in your guides or spirit group or whatever to support that, it was never like anything that I thought of. Which that's interesting, because as I go through intentions or meditations where I'm asking for help and revelation and things like that, that I'm already doing that, offloading. Hey, as I'm in these meetings during the day, work through these intentions, right, and I'll come back to them at the end of the day and see where that comes from.
Yeah. Let me know if I've got my foot on the brake anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
I don't know what to do. I usually feel like I'm the one who takes the most time. And this was like...
Well, and I even repeated myself a few times, so it would have been even quicker. All right, we're bouncing you, brother.
All right, well.
Here's to keeping intentions going all the time.
Yes. Unrelenting alignment with intentions.
Yeah. What you drinking there, Delilah?
Bayesian Sorel with Mexican mezcal.
I knew it was going to be something like that.
Oh, fantastic.
You know
what do you have, Nick?
What's
what
that?
Do you have?
I have a red wine blend that comes in a box. So that's cool.
Oh.
Okay.
Before that, it comes from a vine, right? Fantastic.
Woo! Yeah, and it comes from Tonaya specifically. That's my partner's.
And yet again, really and truly, what we were just talking about with Nick is true for all of us. And look, in the beginning, our intentions need a lot of attention. There's just no getting around it. But once we've got them going, any of or all of them, we've kind of moved down. We're further embodying them. This is where what we were talking about with Nick will really be very helpful. Very cool.
Awesome.
Thanks, Nick. Cheers to you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, brother.
All right. Next up, JJ, and then Caitlin. And then anyone else who'd like to follow Caitlin. This is for you guys. Come on up.
Hey.
Hi, JJ.
JJ.
Put on your sunglasses because I'm coming in all glittery tonight.
Yeah, I was like, you're all apples.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Really
you look
good.
Very nice.
Thank you. This is it. This is where I'm going tonight.
This is your New Year.
I
love it.
And hey, it's hanging up in the back of the closet. Might as well break it out. So.
Wow. Well, we're honored. You're really bringing it.
Yeah, that's actually one of my intentions, is to just go ahead and not dull that shine,
yeah, shine
kind
it.
of go back and claim that a little bit more, and live in my brightness and not dulling for anyone,
Mm-hmm.
So that's like number one. got a little time.
That's great. So what can we help you with SHMEZOLUTION wise?
Well, SHMEZOLUTION, listen, I first need to give a little bit of history because, with the focus and cultivation through being in your presence and really, just getting everything, all the benefits of this. Just in this short time, I have changed my whole life, I've ended an unhappy relationship in a great way. It's, smooth. I have got myself back in school because I tapped it out and kept figuring out something was calling me education-wise. Turned out to be the best thing I could have done. I don't know what I'd be doing during this pandemic if I didn't have my education going, because it's kept me completely with purpose, focus, and on a bigger picture. And that now like what she was saying before, I can't imagine not doing anything that's serving that vision. And it's
nice.
I'm like, yes, exactly that. So I'm just right there. So for me right now, I'm in the midst of everything that I basically visioned and manifested and have, so now I'm just in between my new semester, and my next my upcoming semester is the most beautiful one yet, because for me, being in the background with music, I'm on my last semester, which means I'm doing all music classes. So I have literally...
Are you a senior?
Well, no, I'm in my transfer to my bachelor's. So it's basically sophomore final. So it's my last of my transfer classes. And I have to take some prereq. So this is all like I have a music production class, vocal, guitar, piano, and theory. And then I have like anthropology. So this semester is going to be amazing, right? Like that, just all music and everything. So I'm really just in the midst of being, that's a lot of work. It's not going to be easy. You think, oh, music, but I know what I'm getting ready to do. It's like learning a new language. The good thing is I was a musician. So now I'm just going back to one of my intentions was to do my music again. And here I am living my full music in the most amazing way. For those that you didn't know, I was a DJ and a music supervisor for many, many, many years in LA. I DJ'd for the most underground hip hop to the most A-list. I could tell you stories all day. Prince, Mary J. Blige, all kinds of people that I DJ'd for. But to walk away from it, but now to come back from this angle with the cultivation of the awareness, basically, of what I know that I'm capable of doing, and I'm just putting it all forth. So here I am in the midst of it. The one things that I'm just focused on is using my time better and making sure that I continuously just stay present and work on, listening to others, and, also definitely, improving upon in my relationships with my family members and how we speak to each other and how we listen to each other. and just the most simple things like this right now that I have to like pull back, that it's not just about me, but it's about, you know, in our existence and how we're going to improve each other and not tear each other down and not cause more harm to each other. So now it's little things of having to look at myself or having to receive criticism, like, you know, like from, you know, so there's things like that that are allowing me to explore the word grace. I have to be more in of grace of people, of this and that. You know, I've been a lot more like, you know, in an attack mode kind of feeling, and now I just, it's time to let those kind of energies go for me, instead of like being like that hungry or like, you know, overly like so focused where it's almost too intense, that now you're in the groove, and now this is where you're like sitting on that wave, and it's time to go into your, you know, your next levels of existence, and this more level of, you know, just paying attention and just, you know, more specific intentions with your time, your energy, and your worth. So I don't know. Yeah, it's not, it doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to be hard, too hard. You know, we can do things with ease because we're doing it in like full, you know, level of what we're supposed to be doing. That it doesn't.
Yeah.
All
right. So I have a couple of ideas from what you were saying. Tell me this, as you're thinking about this next phase, specifically like the listening and the grace and the communication, you know, so do you have any roadblocks to any of that?
Just raising a teenager.
Your teenager might get in the way. Right.
Just raising a teenager. These are all things that, you know, any other parent or anybody that was a teenager, I mean, my God, I have some payback coming my way. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say that.
Listen,
I know what you mean. Don't say that.
It's a way to do things, and I'm still trying to get it right. You know, it's not like, you know, you just don't get it immediately, and you try to just support and lift up and not make things worse, you know? So,
yeah.
And then
I have a couple ideas.
This is crazy. You know, I'm sorry, but I just keep hearing things coming in my direction and going, oh my God, like you're saying this to me right now. That's why, you know, I'm like, she can't hear this. You can't, you know, what you just said to me, that's how, if she's hearing this, then this is bad, you know, like we got to stop this right here. We can't speak to each other like that, you know? So.
Because what do you want ultimately for the two of you?
To be able to be in each other's respectful mode, and even when allowed to feel emotions without alienating or hurting the other person, and try to work on making each other not, you know, not hurt each other when you're trying to help. You're, you know, the body language or the different things, and, you know, to let go of the reactions so you don't. Yeah, like sometimes. You know, and so it's just really, it's about taking a breath and just not reacting so easily. And I just like it, those are the most basic things. And to me, when those things clear and you open up, it just, you know, then you can be more present and do more for yourself when you have less things to, you know, block you in, you know, in your pursuit of your goals and things like that. So,
yeah.
A lot. There's a lot going on in the world. Everybody's got 10 million things happening. So,
I get it.
So for me, going back to school, you know, I just have all my intentions down for that, and how, you know, what I've been really specific, and I just I'm here to pretty much clarify those things, have them here, and any feedback I can get from you, I'll accept. So that's it in a nutshell for me.
All right. So I have two ideas, one of which we can't do much about right now, and the other one we'll just bat around. Okay. So the first idea, it might really be a cool thing for you and your daughter to create a relationship intention for the two of you that you are both invested in equally, right? So that's just something to think about, and I think it might really help. But we can't ever intend for other people.
Yeah.
So as you were talking, I started to get excited because I heard some version of being less about me and more about we. I know you didn't say those exact words, but does that resonate? Did I pick up something there?
Definitely.
Okay, so what I get excited about when anybody's thinking about making that shift from, generally speaking, me to we, right? It's not just about me. I'm part of a system. I'm part of a lot of systems.
Right.
You know, we're all connected, all that kind of stuff. So that right there is interesting and fun for somebody who's all about, let's cultivate 5D consciousness, new consciousness, which is all about we, not me. So that's fantastic. That fits in. The other thing, as you talk about listening, so to me, listening fits right into the idea to be compassionate. So oftentimes compassion means listening, just listening. So, and then you talk about grace, which feels to me like that fits into what, well, first you tell me, JJ, when you say grace, what are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of not getting worked up over something that's not for me, like not giving a damn what, some comment said, or, like really not getting invested in those things that just are chatter, basically, and just things like that. I'm aware of it. So it's kind of like, doing some kind of weird dance of just avoiding the bullshit from every angle that you can. It's like you go outside your house, you're going to deal with this. And it's just about how you avoid those certain things so they don't take up your.
Delilah said impervious.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're impervious to the shit that comes at you, to the shit that wants to interrupt your peace, what are you?
I am unfazed,
Unfazed. I'm full of grace.
Yeah.
Okay. So to me, a lot of what you're talking about sounds like it could fit into one of those more general umbrella-y type ideas. That's something about, I'm now moving into a deeper practice of compassion. I'm better and better every day, every week, listening to the people in my life. I'm really cultivating a level of grace within myself that goes with me wherever I go and encourages me to continue down this path of cultivating a more compassionate way of being in the world, of being with myself.
To remember who I am. Remember who I am.
Right. And staying connected to the truth of who I am, to authenticity, and being who I am, continuing what I've done. Does this sound like it addresses the things you're talking about?
So right there. It's so exactly on point. Yeah. Just the words that I needed to already was hearing, but yes.
Yeah, you didn't make me work very hard on that.
It's nice to have that cosigning though,
Well, and it's really, I have to say, this conversation gives me so much more. It's just very motivating because you're talking, you didn't come and say, oh, let's talk about some new consciousness things, some 5D things, but yet that's what I'm hearing in you. And that seems to be what's resonating with you. And that's fundamentally what we're all doing here. I'm
spending time on thoughts that are way more thorough and deep than I've had in my whole life, basically. So I'm on a path of, making my life more fulfilling of what I, have envisioned by creating, going to school specifically for this music industry studies, where it's, everything that I'm into and love that's perfect for me, to basically be an executive producer, to tie in all my creative stuff, to tie in all my music stuff, to tie in. it's just coming from every angle right now. So the core behaviors and emotions are the things that are the most important to me right now, because if I don't have those things in place in my heart and in my soul and in my blood, those things that need to be in place in order to, those things get you to the next level by being aware and growing. And
yes. And I promise you, as you spend more and more time in this intention, and you'll language it the way that makes sense to you, but that's like what we're talking about, the more and more compassion, deeper and deeper, deeper and broader, that all those things will happen much more readily because you're just keeping the intention top of mind. Like we were talking about with Nick, they're always running, and so this is about, it's going to keep you really well on track. I want to toast you, but I want to see your full outfit first.
Oh, well, let me see. I don't know what you can see here. I've got this old school webcam. I don't know.
That's right. Me too.
Here.
Ooh, very nice.
And
here's to.
This is my, I don't drink alcohol anymore. This is my little CBD lemonade.
This is apple cider.
So it's just a shot of THC lemonade. So I just have a little sip, and that's all I need. And that's even too much in this glass, because that thing will last me like 3 months. So man, I don't have a shot. I have a little sip of cannabis. It's just perfect.
That's right.
So salute.
To a compassionate JJ.
Compassionate.
Full of grace.
Full of grace. With purpose.
With
That's
purpose.
Right.
It's so good to have you here, JJ. Looking
Yeah.
so fine. Putting us to shame.
Great.
Well,
I invited my friend Danielle here. I would love for you guys to say hello. She's here. She's amazing.
Hi, Danielle.
I would love for her to come and if she feels like being on camera, because she is gorgeous and she's so, her personality is so lovely, and she's just, I would love for her to just share with us, because I just miss her face. And if nobody else has the next question, or if we
got a couple of more. Maybe she's have to see right now, but
okay, cool.
And did you say something skipped out? She's your daughter?
No, this is one of my really good friends.
Her friend.
Oh, okay.
Danielle, yeah. So say hello to her. Sorry, I don't mean to
Hey, Danielle. Is it Danielle?
Danielle.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if she's still there, but thank you, you guys.
Right. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for bringing your friends.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. All right. So next up is Caitlin, and then Ian, and then Dwight after that. Any more that you want to come up, you let us know. It's all about turning
I have a clean slate. I'm ready for you.
Resolutions into a shiny, clear intention, spiritual workout style.
Delilah, is JJ our first truly dressed attendee? So. Hi, Caitlin.
Hey, don't shame people.
Hey, I got a new shirt.
Right, exactly.
I got the little tiara here going.
That's
yeah.
Caitlin, nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well. I didn't realize Christmas week that we were taking a break until I went to go log on to one.
Oh.
It's okay. That's my fault for not reading emails, but yeah, a lot has happened. It's okay. A lot has happened that has made me realize that I don't really care about stuff, and I want it gone. And long story short, I think where my problem really lies is that I will start to attach a narrative or a story to it. And so I have this extreme resolution, or at least I did, to not buy anything for 6 months. It's not essential. It's not food. Because I feel like I am, instead of saying excess, let's say abundance. I have a lot of abundance. I could probably furnish a house and a half, and I have a room to my name right now. So I want to get rid of some of this stuff.
And what will be the benefit to you of getting rid of some stuff? Why do you want to?
Well, I just feel kind of a sensation in my body even right now from having clutter. To impress you guys, I normally like clean off my bed and stuff, but look, there's stuff I still haven't unpacked. I want to be able to have free surface space. It sounds so small, but you know, you pick up one thing while you're grocery shopping because it's cute, and then people get you gifts, and it all just kind of starts to accumulate. And I felt like the time that I was happiest in my life was when I was backpacking, and I hardly had anything to my name.
Mm-hmm. So when you have less stuff, when there's less clutter, when you have clear surfaces, what do you expect that will do for you?
I feel like I've kind of experienced this before when I was in Europe and I just had this tiny little room and a wardrobe about this big. I just felt like it kind of left my life to be this clean slate or almost a canvas. Like now I can make a mess, but I don't have all this stuff. It only left room for things that I really enjoyed doing, I really liked wearing, etc. And right now I've come back and I like all this stuff, but sometimes I just want to take a trash can to my room and knock everything. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I interrupted you. Trash can to your room.
I kind of feel like a cat that wants to just knock everything off surfaces. All of a sudden, I just feel like throwing things away in mass quantities. And I think maybe not buying stuff for 6 months is a little extreme, but I just don't know what else to do.
Well, that's a personal choice. But so we're always big on taking inspired action. So when we align with an intention, we listen to inspiration. It's like, oh, I think I'll just knock all that stuff out. I think I'll go hire a truck and have it all hauled away or whatever. So there's nothing, the action might be the same, but we're always leaning toward taking inspired action, having some sense of why we're doing what we're doing. But let's play this out a little bit, Caitlin. What if you did right now empty your room of all the stuff that you're talking about? Let's just play this out. What do you think that would feel like after you do that?
I'd have a lot of mixed feelings about it because I have sentimental items that I don't necessarily use anymore. And it would be liberating to free myself from those narratives behind these objects. It's not, I mean, it's related to maybe a person that I lost, or maybe it was like a love language of my friend to give me a little gift, and they may take that the wrong way, but I just feel like it'd be liberating to not have that much stuff.
Tell me more about what liberating means in this sense.
I have more money because I'm not buying things, which opens me up to more experiences. I'd save more time because I'm not buying things. I just bought a new pair of pants that didn't fit me because it's, you know, it's 2020. And I tried, but you can't try
We're
on
going to be blaming
anymore.
everything on 2020 for 150 years.
Yes, especially the whole weight thing. But I just spent 30 minutes in line to return the pants because they didn't fit me. And I just feel like things are taking so much energy that I'd have a lot more energy to address things I really care about if I just only bought true essentials.
All right. So what's the word? I am settling on the idea here of liberation and freedom. I have more money. I have more time. I have more, I can have more experiences in life. So that's where I would go with this. Let's not worry about the should I or shouldn't I? Should I throw this away? Maybe if I just don't buy anything for 6 months. I mean, those are all things that will take care of it down here in various ways. But what if we just set the intention up here for, I love 2021. I'm just more free. I have more room. I have more time. I have more space. I have more money. I can do more things. I can have more experiences. How's that feel to you?
It feels a lot better.
Does it feel like what you want?
It does. I've almost been thinking, instead of, just doing a mass purge, which is what I sort of wanted to when I get this itch, is just not buy anything. There's nothing I really need. As an American, I'm truly wealthy. I probably have 20 pairs of shoes and at least 10 different sweaters, and I just don't need all that.
Yeah, so I would never say, don't purge or don't do the not buying for 6 months project. What I would encourage, though, is what we're talking about. Why are we doing all that? What does it fit into? Well, you know what? I've lived this way. I have this stuff. It's not bringing me a whole lot of particular joy or pleasure. There might be a few items. What I really want is freedom. I want more time. I want more energy. I want more experiences. More money at my disposal is a nice thing to have. I want to just feel free. I want to experience liberation. I want to have room and space to just explore creative projects when I want to.
Yeah. I guess it starts to spill over to the thought of essentialism, which is more than just stuff.
That's a big word. Tell me what you mean. I don't know. Essentialism. See, I learn something every day. Is it related to minimalism?
Yeah, just only picking my favorite for how I'm going to spend my time, for work, for humans, stuff, just everything. Like, only my favorite. I feel like every time that there's a void in your time or money, it somehow gets filled or gets spent on something. And if you're always taking the thing that first comes at you, you may not have a life filled with favorites, filled with a closet full of stuff you're excited to wear and actually wear. I don't know.
Well, so that's, the things I buy from now on, the things I buy are things that really bring me whatever that stuff is, right? The joy, but did I hear in here, I just want to be sure I didn't miss it. Did I hear in here that sometimes, I might have misheard, that there's some space and then you fill it with buying something or getting something? Was that part of what you just said? Or did I mishear that?
Yeah, well, yes and no. I was kind of relating it to maybe taking like a gig because you have anxiety about money. But now because you've taken that gig, you don't have time to say yes to something else. Like, every yes is about 1,500 no's to other things. And I have all this stuff in here. And I think it really stems from like stuff because it's something in my environment I have to physically look at all the time. Just recently it started causing me more anxiety to have things not tidy. And in talking to you, I'm kind of realizing like there are many areas of life like that where every time I say yes, or it's just buying this thing, even if you can afford it, if it's taking up space, I can't put something else there that may be more valuable to me.
So that's a somewhat different conversation because we're really talking about choices. I choose to take this, which means I'm not choosing this. Yeah. And that's a different dynamic. And yet, choices and decisions are easier and easier to make when we're aligned with a shiny, clear intention. So we're back on the intention thing, which is it sounds like, and you said it, this bleeds into some other things, right? So now you've got some freedom. You've bought yourself some liberation. You've bought yourself more money. You've bought yourself more physical room to just play and do creative projects. You've bought yourself a little more time, right? So we've got that part done. And now what are you saying? Did you just say something else?
I just feel like I can't get rid of this stuff fast enough.
There you
I
go.
don't know.
So you're feeling that inspired action. So I want to hang up and let you go do it.
Yeah.
Are you feeling that desire more than when we started talking?
I would say so, yeah.
So that to me sounds like, you start thinking about the intention, the way we're talking about it, of having this, and we listen to inspiration. Wow, here's some energy to do this thing that I've been sort of thinking about doing. Now I want to do it. That's evidence that we're on the right track, at least for this part of your life, which sounds like it's a big part. Plus, you're getting a lot of attention here.
Right? I'm sorry, I keep bouncing back and forth in between the chat here and
right.
you.
Why don't you go read?
Thanks to your stuff for its service, like Marie Kondo. Wasn't that a YouTube video?
I think she's
was that a YouTuber?
She's on Netflix. She was like,
oh, okay.
And she actually is really good because it was essentially like, in terms of clearing things out, she was like, put things out. Like, instead of having rules, like if you haven't worn it in a year, then throw it out. It's like, if it doesn't spark joy.
Wait, this is a whole thing on Netflix that I just.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to get into, because this is a big giant how, which may or may not resonate with you at some point.
But it does overlap with spiritual workout and intentions, in that it's all about listening to inspiration as to what to keep and what to throw away, what to don't. So it's always great to have the intention ready, clear, shiny.
Ooh.
There you go.
One moment, please. Hold on. What are you drinking there, Caitlin?
It is the fruitiest thing ever. It's a mango Trulies.
No, I'm the fruitiest thing ever. No. See, it's still fizz, you guys.
Big surprise.
All right, here's to a whole bunch of freedom, more time, more space, liberation.
Freedom, time, space, liberation.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And let's face it, you guys, Caitlin just showed us a little bit of this idea that we talk about all the time, which is align with the intention, listen to inspiration. Yeah, I'm sort of thinking about doing this. Align with the intention, give it some verbiage that makes sense, that feels, and then it's like, boom, I can't wait, I want to go do this. That's inspiration. That energy. Does that make sense? You with me on that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
just trying not to attach sentimental stories to it.
Well, yeah, that's a whole other piece. But, again, you can build into this intention a version of, and I think you were talking about it, I keep the things that mean something to me. Mm-hmm. And so as you're going through stuff, that's listening to inspiration also. How do I feel about this?
That's what it was.
Less head, more heart, which is what Delilah was saying, whatever.
Yeah, Marie Kondo. Yeah. So what I did with like my jewelry, I have like tons of jewelry, and I was like, I haven't worn this in like years, and yet I like looking at it in my jewelry organizer. So I want to keep it because I like looking at it. And I was able to things and donate other things, and I have a totally organized jewelry closet just by listening to inspiration. So.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I'll try to narrow that down to at least like maybe 2 or 3 things I collect, because it's just a little crazy.
Focus on the liberation. Focus on the freedom.
That
really just do that, and that will be your guide.
Everything will come from there.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
I'm gonna
right.
get a noisemaker for next year.
Okay, so we have Nick up next. Sending Nick.
Nick.
Ian up next. Sending Ian the invite. Just so everyone knows, at 10 o'clock, if we do end up going over at 10 o'clock, this ends, we have like a 2-hour period on Crowdcast for the broadcast, but I added another session. Hi, Ian. I added another session so that I'll just migrate you guys when this shuts off. So I'll just migrate. You guys don't have to do anything.
We are in your capable hands.
Okay. Just if it, cuts off at 10, people aren't like, wait, what happened? I'll just migrate you guys. Just take a second.
All right.
I'm sorry, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Sorry about that.
Okay. Or whatever time in your zone. So, hello, Ian. Ian has the spiritual workout distinction of so far being the only other online co-host.
He's Ian, we can't hear you. No. It's showing that you're off here. The toggle sound. Oh.
He's got options.
Okay, he's reconnecting. Very good. Yeah, because he's actually been behind the controls here, so.
Is he in a regular lurker?
No.
I hate to talk behind his back, but could be. Oh, actually, he doesn't lurk too much. When he's here, he kind of jumps on.
Okay, it's saying accepted and correct. Yeah, it's coming up again. Hold on.
Yes, 10 o'clock Eastern, Nick.
Okay, Ian.
Spiritual Workout says something in the chat. Is it Ian? No, it's Delilah. Unless it's the night that Ian's here.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I was on the headphones following rules and it didn't work.
So there's that, Delilah.
Here we are.
Here we are. So I don't know if you heard my. Oh yeah, you did bow. So you heard my introduction.
Yes, thank you. I am honored to share that.
Nice to see you. Welcome to SHMEZOLUTIONS 2020.
2020. And I come on here after watching the replay of my 2019 resolution, SHMEZOLUTION.
Oh, really?
And find myself in an incredibly different place. Physically, everything. I moved into my own apartment, as you know, and things are just really solid. Kind of top to bottom, I will say. And comparing to last year, knowing how I felt last year, it's like insanely different in all really, truly all good ways. Even after a year that some would say was just like a total shitstorm.
Mm-hmm.
It was certainly difficult, but it's great. It's great.
He is in a different place.
Yeah. Say that again.
Christina said you seem like you're in a different place.
Yeah. And yes, the apartment is a part of it.
Apartment.
Like living in my own space again is a piece of it, but it's done so much more beyond that, right? So last year there was just like a lot of friction and trying. I think a big piece of the intention last year was like getting to those and finding those moments of serenity, like you feel if you're on a vacation, and getting into that space
while you're at work.
Yeah, work in your daily life, even at home when you come back. And it was probably just more difficult for me to physically feel that last year for whatever reason. You're just, in your parents' house. It's just different. And as soon as I moved out, I'm out like 2 months now. It's like our relationship is totally changed in the way that I knew it would once I was out.
With your parents, you mean?
Parents, yeah. And just more so everyone around me as well. So it was obviously like a necessary move.
It was time.
Yeah, exactly. And then I guess like res shmez wise this year, yeah, it's like this whole idea basically for a whole year of trying to, hey Jordan,
Sister. I love SHMEZOLUTIONS because it's friends and family night.
That's it. Come one, come all. Of like over the last year of trying to find that place where it's just like you truly feel and know that you're in the place where you're supposed to be, and you're just living there feeling really good in that space. And it took a while for that sort of vision intention to take hold.
Well, and the when is not up to us.
Exactly.
So took
and like
however
as
long
it
it
happens, you just kind of like know that it's there. It's tough for me to explain into words like, oh, how exactly are you feeling? But I just know and feel that it's right.
Well, and there you go. It's always simpler than we think. And we talk about getting super clear about intentions. We talk about aligning with intentions. And what is aligning with intention other than what Ian just said? Which just feels right.
And I have found through the past year, I've just totally simplified that, even the resistance at points, just totally simplified
the resistance to
just in terms of feeling friction in life, let's say, or not in that place, rather than my brain often going to like super analytical mode trying to put words to it.
Yeah.
It's not the feeling that I want to be, but I know where I want to go. I have this idea, this whole, complex intention, vision, whatever, you want to call it, in there. And although it took, 10, 12 months, whatever it is, timing, who even knows, feel like I'm there now. But then now looking to this year, 2021, obviously hoping that it starts off like nice and smooth, no surprises would be great in general life. But I want to work on, in terms of my work, right? So I feel like my personal life, social life is really moving along in like a really great place. So in my work, it's getting back sort of in touch with like this very intuitive approach to the way I'm treating people and working with people. There were at times this year where I kind of got more into like strictly numbers, especially moving.
Do you want to tell people what you do?
I'm a chiropractor. Sports chiropractor. Well, family practice, but yes, focusing on sports and athletics.
AKA healer.
Say that again.
AKA healer.
Yeah, a healer, chiropractic, the arts and sciences. But getting back into more of that, I am a healer intention, which we worked on, talked through a good amount, especially leading up to starting work. And then, boom, here goes. I'm almost working for 2 years now. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
So on the days, no matter how long, no matter how many people I see, no matter how difficult the cases are that come in, on those days where you're just super present, in the flow, like intuitively flowing through that day, it's clear that the patient can sense that and feel that. I know that I'm on that like groove, and results are good. I feel good physically, mentally, energy-wise throughout the day, versus some days where I know that I'm in just like pure numbers mode, like get through the day, be on time, give people the work, like work them enough so they feel like it's working, versus me just going off of my sort of skill and intuition of just knowing when that's right. Yeah. And making that fit into the model that I'm in right now.
I want to ask you something. Who are your best patients? How would you characterize or describe them?
Yeah. There are certainly like a select number of people that there's instantly like this repartee connection. And
how would you describe them?
I would describe them as like kind of having sort of this innate trust that what I'm about to do is going to help their situation.
Mm-hmm.
Very little doubt in their mind that everything, no matter what it is, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So they're trusting,
very trusting
of the process of you.
Yeah, I think just like trusting and open to the process of like
open.
Very much so. I like to explain a lot of what I'm gonna do, so everybody feels comfortable in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And people who are just like, it's all good. Like, do what you have to do. Like, I trust you.
Compliant.
Yeah, compliant. Hopefully, not coming in with 12 out of 10 pain and unable to walk, but but even that, like, I've had a few cases this year of that where when they first came in, I doubted myself, like, holy crap, like, I don't really know how long this is going to take you to get over this. And everybody wants to know that. And it's like, you know, give them a number to give them a little expectation because that's what they expect.
Mm-hmm.
And that doubt in myself slowly fades as they come in each day. And it's like, oh, wow, like, I feel great. I do feel better. I do feel better. And just keeping them on this even keel, mentally, emotionally, physically, to just work towards that.
And are there
end goal?
Got it. In your experience so far, and as you think about your practice in the future, are there specific types of conditions that you either specifically want to work with or not work with?
Yes. Is that a yes or no question? Specific, yeah, definitely. Like, there are certainly.
So what do you like? What do you want? In terms of a patient.
The type of person I want to see? Yeah, like someone who feels and knows that they are in control of their own outcome. Like, they know that what we're going to do in the room, what they're going to do, what we'll talk about and they'll do at home, that they'll do it and trust that that's going to make them feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And they're compliant in doing so.
Yeah. Okay, so here's why I'm asking this. And even though we're talking...
Great questions.
Oh, well, it is my job. Thank you. I'm glad. So here's why I'm asking these specific questions. And what I was just going to say is that Ian's a chiropractor, healer, and yet what we're talking about is really for any entrepreneur who deals with quote unquote customers or patients, right? In spiritual workout world, you guys are subscribers, right? Or patrons or spiritual workouters, right? And so I wanted to see if you want to play around with or get serious about cultivating an intention for the kinds of people you want to work with. Christina's talked a lot about this. I talk a lot about this. Any of us here who, like I say, are dealing with this. And so, of course, you can set intentions for yourself, how you are, being present and being, you know, in the flow and all those things. There's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to see if this had any interest or resonance with you.
Cultivating like that type of person that you work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would. I think there is a belief in there where it's like, you know, I can't necessarily control that, which I know is like probably not. It's a fine place to start, but it's not necessarily the truth. Because it, you know, it's funny that you do say that because there are weeks where I'm just in a good groove for 5 days, 6 days, 6 days, and all the patients and the new patient that you're seeing, people are gradually getting better. The new patients that I'm seeing are of that quality. People that, you know, not necessarily that I'm averse to working with a difficult condition, right? Like, that's part of what I do is no matter how bad you come in, we're going to work you towards a better place.
Right.
I do think I can do a better job with any patient of using type of language of like helping them sort of subtly with this own sort of healing intention.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like giving in this whole idea of the thought of as bad as it is now, it wasn't this bad 2 weeks ago, and in 5 days, 10 days, or a week, it will get back to there, right? Like we're gonna move towards that space of as quick as it came in is as quick as it's gonna go out. And that's a piece of like the tapping, right? Like no matter where it came from, no matter how it got there, it's gonna go.
Yeah.
And without getting too, on these people, just like giving them little tastes here and there. Yeah.
I get all that. And I want to go back. Because here's the deal. I know you can set an intention or reinforce an intention for how you want to be at work. That's why I want to branch out to here again, if it resonates with you. But it's also a fun, interesting intention dynamic that we can't ever intend for other people, but we can intend for ourselves.
Right.
And yet, if we are practitioners, we can intend for what we want to attract. So it sounded like you were saying, well, yeah, that'll never happen.
Right.
I can't do that. I can't control that. But it's not about you figuring out how it happens. It's about you saying to the universe, I am eager to fill my practice with people who are trusting of me and the process, who are open, who take responsibility for their healing, who are compliant, who are partners with me in their healing, who are invested in healing.
Sure.
So you don't have to figure out how that's going to happen.
Right.
And you don't get to figure out when. And it sounds like you're in a system where you're not just standing hand-picking the people who come in at this moment. But if you, and if only if it's interesting to you, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. But if you had an intention for the kinds of patients that you want to work with.
Sure.
And you really cultivate that every day and just, however much you have to. Some months, a year will go by and you will notice, wow, my practice
slowly shifting. Yeah.
has way more of these people than not.
Right.
So you can do whatever you want in your practice, but if this idea resonates, and especially if it sounds fanciful, if it's like, well, yeah, that would be nice, but that's a little crap. I'm just well, that's the whole rub of law of attraction.
Totally.
Everything is possible.
Definitely. And I think like using the last year as an example, like that's to be able to almost see it in action in a way and feel it in action more so than seeing it. Obviously, like magnifies that trust in it, right?
In the process.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I like that. Start working on that. Start moving into that space a little bit. Yeah.
It's an idea. And mostly, not mostly, but equally, I was just using you to address a whole bunch of other people.
Totally.
Who are doing some version of the same thing.
Yeah.
And again, you guys, there's a fine line between we can't intend for other people. I can't intend for people who come to SHMEZOLUTIONS to have a good time. I sure hope they do. But I can't intend for that. But I can intend for the idea that the people who show up are people who want to be here, who find use and value in it, who think it's interesting, who like to geek out on New Year's Eve talking about intentions.
Totally.
And I would say that pretty much describes most everybody I've seen so far.
I would agree. It's good vibe.
It's a really
good vibe kind of night.
Good vibe kind of night. All right. So is there another SHMEZ that you want to talk about?
No, that's the big thing. I mean, other than that, it's like, just really feeling what that good hard work-life balance looks like. Finding time for myself in a year where, truly haven't taken much time off since I was what's the word I'm looking for? Furloughed for a month from
Right.
work with COVID, and like been working like 6 days a week for most of the year.
So I've mastered work-life balance.
Yeah, totally. Like completely find time for myself in the appropriate moments, find adventure through life, right? Have fun, just enjoy. It's like
I enjoy when I go to work. I enjoy when I have time to myself. I enjoy hanging out with people I like to hang out with. It's really nice to have balance in my life, that incorporates my work and my fun, which should be all the same anyway.
Totally. Yeah.
Right?
Really.
Like integration again.
Yeah, that one I feel like is sort of very much in motion happening. Probably the one that I'll spend a little more time on is that clientele aspect, which is it's interesting. I like it.
Good.
Cool.
Well, here's to
thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. And here's to the world's best patients for you.
Oh, yeah. To that, absolutely. And maybe a future hosting gig when Delilah needs it.
Perhaps we'll see you again.
A little work break.
We don't give her much time off, but
I'm gonna take you up on that.
I'm around for you anytime.
You're still first on the list.
All right.
Oh my gosh, when like we've gone on holiday hiatus like last week, and folks were like, "Wait, you guys you can't take." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess we're like taking off right during the holidays, or like where a lot of people like celebrate Christmas, and that's usually the time where people even need it more."
Absolutely. Totally.
But, yeah, we needed a little break.
Got to find some time. Sounds good to me. And just before 10 o'clock. So
yes.
Good timing. All right,
Thank
guys.
you, Ian. Cheers. Happy New Year.
Cheers again.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay, so we have about 3 minutes left for this session. Like I said, I'm going to migrate everyone. I don't think you have to do anything from what I remember. But I can migrate everyone over to the extended session. Gives us another 2 hours if we need to go there. But we have Dwight and Petal in queue. I'm not sure if this is going to migrate into the next session, but I can remember to just ask you to come on and it should be fine.
We'll remember Dwight and Petal.
Yeah.
So we just stay here and wait till we reappear on the screen?
Yeah, I guess maybe if we can, like for the next 3 minutes, because I have the next session opening up at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, well, let's get Dwight up here. Start to see what's going on with him.
Oh, I didn't know if we wanted
to.
Yeah, I think it's actually, because I'm going to have to ask.
So you want to just have a commercial break?
Yeah, let's make Stephen.
I am not singing.
I need you to tap dance. So, no.
I'm going to do you all a favor. Oh, wait, I have an actual microphone. I'm going to do you all a favor and not ever sing.
Oh my God. But just,
unless you live with me.
Really, again, everyone is really enjoying this, and it's like feeling what I kept saying all week, or even more than the whole week. Remind everyone to come to spiritual. Oh yeah, okay. Remind everyone. That's right, actually. So we have
it's karaoke night.
Drop-ins and clinics, spiritual workout.
It's karaoke night, and this is not apple cider.
We have weekly online drop-ins and clinics. The drop-ins is essentially every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, goes for 90 minutes. That's the place where you can essentially bring any issue imaginable, and we work it out using the 15 spiritual workout concepts. Then we followed it up with every Tuesday, our EFT tapping clinic. That's the place where we explore how, when, why to tap. I can't really do the two things at once. That starts at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, goes for 60 minutes. And then our intention setting clinics every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Also,
is this
deeper,
even more serious?
Yes, more diving in, getting back on when you get off out of alignment from these intentions, all that stuff. So, yeah, we can. It's available to the public for a fee, but if you become a patron, we have that green button right here. If you become a patron, you can access all the drop-ins and clinics for $50 a month, or you can even be a minimalist by, oh, here we go. We're ending.
So, see you
We're
in a
going to
minute.
be ending right now, and I'm going to get you guys over there. So, 1 second.
Bum, 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 bum.